So this can be, pretty much all self-oriented interests, and just how you are coming across as you make your way through your daily life. So now with solar eclipse revolution appearing in there, this says exactly what it is. You're undergoing some kind of change, and this is probably swift. It's going to happen quite suddenly, so you may just suddenly feel a change of direction is required, or you may have an upheaval and then have to make a change of direction. But through all of that, through all the change and perhaps feeling a bit uncomfortable, in having to make changes, then you need to just focus on the present. Keep your attention on what is directly in front of you. You may have a decision which needs to be made, or you may need to create or fix something in order to bring about something better. On the other side of this sort of change or rearrangement is something better. It's necessary for you to move forward. So whatever changes are occurring, it could just be an internal sudden realization that you're having. Something suddenly comes to you. You suddenly realize what it is you have to do, or what action you need to take. And there's going to be a rearrangement of your world, so to speak, and how you move forward in your world. So it's a transformational card. It's a transformational influence. You're entering a new phase of life, a new start. It's also about breaking old patterns. So however it affects you, whether it's your physical body or whether it's your attitudes and your, how you are perceiving the world and moving forward, there's change there. But it's necessary change, because there will be something much better for you on the other side of that. That initial period of trying to work things out after the upheaval, from that will come something much better. This will also, because it's your first house and how you are making your way in the world and how you are projecting yourself, it will come in later on in your 7th house as well, and also in any kind of interaction that you're having with others, because it affects yourself, how you are perceived by others as well. So we'll get to that later. In your 2nd house, you have Gemini, I think. So the 2nd house is everything to do with your money and your income. It's also your values and your self-worth. And your possessions, your property, land, so on. And it's all about what you own as well. So now with this coming in, your words are going to be really important. Gemini rules communication. So this is communication of all kinds, but your words really are going to be important, whether it's written or what you're saying. So you need to be sort of quick-witted, quick thinking. You may have to change your mind about something, or you may be changing your mind about something, or you may have to explain yourself in some way. But it's all about paying attention to what needs to be said. And also learning comes into this, versatility, new ideas. So it could also be, perhaps you're changing your monetary situation. Perhaps you have to ask for certain things. Perhaps you have to change the way you are billing for the time that you do. But not in all cases, it's all about communication, how you put yourself across and how you actually speak up about what it is that you require. So it's also, be careful that you don't give too much information away. If you're changing something about your finances or your ownership of things or your possessions, don't give too much information away. Be sort of quick-witted and pay attention, but just be aware that others may be, you may be the subject of gossip, or other people may be talking, or just you're somehow talking too much about what it is going on in your life. So just keep it close, pay attention, but also choose your words with care. You may be having quite a bit of nervous energy about things as well. Perhaps you are a little bit nervous about certain things you want to change, or something that you want to, some sort of ownership. It's, as I said, it's also about self-worth and your values. So you may just be feeling that something that, sort of an attitude or a perception that you've had about certain things will now require a change, or you need to address certain issues. You may also be feeling a bit restless about certain things. Perhaps you feeling restless about, what the money that you're earning for the time that you're putting in, and you need to change that, or possibly you need to bring in technology to make you more efficient, or to manage your money better. There's lots of ways that this can come in, but it's words, it's change, and technology, and bringing about, bringing to you what you require, using your wits and your mental faculties. Then in the third house, we have Chiron, which is healing. Now, the third house is actually about your communication. So, yes, you have communication coming in strongly for you in your money house and your values and self-worth, possessions and so on. But when it actually comes to this can be communications of all kinds, so whether it's written, verbal, contracts, documents, it can even be social media, it can be dealing with the public in a wider sort of space. So it's not just, this is not one-on-one, this is dealing with others. So it's your interaction with others. With Chiron, there's transformation required there. So this is basically contemplation, so transforming the way you communicate, but there's contemplation involved there. There's deep listening to yourself and to others, but your communication needs to be measured. So you may feel that you want to rush in and change things, but just be aware that you may be sort of having to deal with quite a bit at the moment. And especially when it comes to contracts and documents, there may be quite a lot of difficult circumstances, or you may just have to sort of bear with yourself through some difficult times, and you're going to need to choose your words. This is also about self-honesty, and you may just be going through a difficult patch, slightly painful period, which gives rise to this contemplation and deep listening of yourself. Be honest with yourself. You will need to be bold. You will need to take action, but it's measured communication and measured action. You really need to tap into your deep inner resources here, because on the other side of the difficulty or the pain, or whatever it is that you need to communicate, there is wisdom on the other side of that. It's just to get through this sticky patch, and then on the other side of that, you will feel better, and things will feel better for you internally and with the people that you're dealing with. You may need to also, it could involve doing a bit of research or following up on various types of medicine, natural therapies, and so on. So you may be doing a bit of research in that, if that is to do with your work, or it could be to do with others in your family circle. So this is siblings, cousins, aunts, uncles. Something may come up and it will affect you. Maybe they are going through a very difficult patch, some kind of deep healing going on. So wisdom comes from the pain. So that you may be seeing it in others, and you are required to bring in all of those aspects that I've just discussed. So it's really seeing transformation in communication and what's going on around you, but also the way you are communicating through it, through some sort of sticky patch of some sort. And this house, the third house, can also be about short trips. So it may be worth your while to just do a bit of go to places where you can just take a break and enjoy a bit of self-healing. With short trips, it might just be worth your while to enjoy a healing break somewhere where you can have some quiet time just to contemplate what it is that what is going on around you, what you need to say and how you need to say it, and just a bit of navel gazing, if you want to call it that, and also just to have a break and listen to yourself and your own needs and what it is, how you want to express yourself. Then in the fourth house, there is Uranus coming in. Uranus is the god of change, It has a sort of a genius faculty to it as well. It's electricity. It's like a bolt of lightning. It's a very transformative influence to be having. So now this is falling in your 4th house, which is everything to do with your home and your home life. So there's quite a bit of ways this can manifest, but ultimately it brings in sudden unexpected change or a surprise or even a change of lifestyle. But it's necessary, whatever it is necessary for your own personal growth. It may bring in relocation of some sort, or it could be even a change within your home. Perhaps the people that are in your home, something's changing there, or a change within your space where you're actually living. But whatever it is, it will be a liberating change. When Uranus comes in, it's not normally something small. It's usually fairly major, and it could just be a complete and utter reorganization of your space, so that it frees your time up or frees your energies up. But it really is a transformative change. So literally from one day to the next, and it may also be that you're aware of things that need to happen, and you're just taking no action to do anything about it, or you feel that you just can't get to it for some reason. Well, Uranus will come in and change it for you, and it's always better to preempt. If you feel you really need to make a change, rather go with your inner feelings, preempt a change, because when sudden changes are upon you like that, it can be really quite an upheaval. So work with what you feel, what you need to do. But it also could be that you have a new perspective on your home life. You have some kind of a realization about what it is that you need to do, or once you've been forced to make a necessary change, you will feel better after that sort of period has passed. You will feel better about where you are or what's going on around you. It's a new perspective, and also if you're changing situations within your home, it could also be technology coming in. You may have new gadgets, you may have to deal with wiring or electronics or some kind of this is advanced tech, but if you're not really exposed to tech, so even a new smartphone can be advanced for you. So it's essentially the home life. The other aspect that may come in for you in the 4th house is also your ethnic identity, your foundation, your early life, what you came from. So this could also be undergoing some kind of rearrangement of some sort, or just your perception of that. Something may come to light. Suddenly you realize something, or an idea comes to you, and it could affect you in that way as well. Then in the 5th house, we have Mercury, mind. So this is the 5th house is everything to do with your children or children that you may be working with or exposed to, not necessarily your own, but children come in there. It's also your creative side, whether you are working in a creative field or you just have enjoyable hobbies or something that you like to do. Art, it doesn't necessarily mean art. Creativity is a different thing. You can be a creative thinker, or you can be a creative speaker, or you can just be creative in arranging outings for your children. So creativity comes in where you really apply your mind to everything that's going on, and pull a whole lot of aspects together to make an enjoyable and productive outcome. So it rules children, it rules your creativity, your creative side, and it also rules love affairs. It also rules recreation of all kinds. So having fun, sports, different types of recreational activities, and that can be anything. That can be sewing, that can be some sort of activity which you particularly enjoy. It could be anything, really. So what this aspect is bringing in for you is to apply your mind to whatever it is that you're doing, and take an intelligent approach. Think about your words. It's a very mental aspect. You may have to mediate in some way.